Everybody. Hi, it's Jolene. I am back with the Element series, and today's practice is dedicated to the element of fire. I'm going to recommend you have a yoga block if you have one. If you don't have one, just don't worry about it. I will show modifications for this practice. Fire is more intense than the other elements, of course. It is about your startup energy, courage, strength, also very cleansing and purifying. So today's practice is a little bit more active than the others. Please use the modifications if you feel that's right for you. This is always a video you can come back to multiple times as you progress through your sun salutation practice or some of the other flows. Also in the flows, you can stay with one of the poses or take the slower flow that I'll show you as we get started. So grab your mat and let's get started today. We're going to start in mountain pose. So coming to the top of your mat, I'm sideways just so you can see me. Today's mudra is Surya, as Surya is in Sanskrit means sun. So the sun obviously is our biggest source of fire. If you'd like to use the mudra, you can bring your ring fingers onto your palms and then bring your thumbs over, and you can bring your hands down to your side and just come into mountain pose. Your toes can be together or hip width distance apart. Find your grounding, maybe wiggle your toes, stand up nice and tall if you want to do a couple shoulder rolls back. Start finding your breath. And then if you're rolling your shoulders, roll them the other way. Just giving yourself permission to enjoy and have fun with today's practice. Now you can leave your hands down by your sides, or you can also bring your hands onto your belly. So right above your belly button and below your heart will be the center of our willpower and our personal fire, which is our solar plexus chakra. And you can feel the fire today if you direct your breath here, maybe as your intention to fuel your personal fire today. You feel it start to grow as we go through our practice. Finding your breath, just taking a moment here, feeling your belly expand as you inhale. And then contract as you exhale, making that connection with the earth before we begin moving. Then your next exhale, just bring your hands down by your sides. We're going to do an exercise called Raising the Sun. And today's practice will have big arms, so bringing your arms out nice and wide when we are doing our sun salutations or the other Raising the Sun practices will be part of today's practice. So you can leave your hands in the mudra. As you inhale, bringing your arms overhead, really stretching and reaching up. Exhale, actively pushing down, coming back to neutral. Starting to direct your breath again into your belly. Inhale. Setting your intention too. Do you have a new start? Exhale. Do you have something you need to cleanse from yourself? Something that needs to be purified, maybe let go of? Inhale. Exhale, and let's come into forward bend. So setting that practice today as we get started, you can gently come down. You can use your block here if you'd like as we get warmed up this morning or today, this evening, whenever you're practicing with me. Let's inhale and come back up. We're going to stretch to the side, so grabbing your left wrist with your right arm, exhale, side stretch. Really actively thinking about pushing through the top arm and pulling through the bottom, looking up and down. Inhale, coming back to the center, stretching up, neutral spine. Exhale, going the other way, going to your left. Again, looking up and down, repeating what you did on the other side. Inhale, coming back up to the center. Exhale, come into your forward bend. We're going to come up halfway monkey pose. And here today you can have your block You can have your hands on your shins or your thighs. Exhale, forward bend, or all the way to the floor. Inhale, big arms coming up, raising the sun. Exhale, your hands come to your heart. Now, if you're at the top of your mat, come facing the side. Make sure you make adjustments so you can still see me. Coming into wide legs here, pushing through the side of your feet, just coming out as comfortable as is for you. You can adjust this, of course, as we go through the practice. So let's inhale our arms overhead. We're going to side stretch just like we just did in mountain. Exhale, going to your right. Pushing again actively through your feet. Maybe coming a little bit deeper on your exhale. Trying to go laterally too, not leaning forward. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, side stretch the other way. I call this one igniting our star. Because as we inhale, we're going to come into star pose. So reaching through your fingertips, pressing through your feet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, come forward. Again, you can use your block, and your block can be on any level. It can be here, 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 or coming down to the floor. Take a breath here. Exhale, coming up into flat back. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, coming back to the floor. Staying here, or option to turn and twist. So planting your left hand as you inhale, turn and twist and open. Starting to warm up our solar plexus, our fire. Continuing to breathe through the poses. Exhale, come down. Planting your right hand, inhale, turn and twist. Exhale, coming back to the center. Let's take a moment in our wide angle bend here. And if you'd like to come into side stretches, going one way and then the other, just be very mindful of your knees. Coming back to the center. Be mindful of your knees as we inhale, coming up to star pose. Now we're going to add on our squat. So as you exhale, coming straight down, normally this is moon goddess, but bringing your hands over your head, I call her fire goddess. Holding here for a moment, and then we're going to flow. Inhale to star. Exhale, fire goddess. Inhale, rise to star. And exhale, fire goddess. Inhale, really raising our star here. Bring hands together, exhale, fire goddess. Bringing your hips maybe a little bit deeper. If you'd like to add a little heat, come up on your tiptoes. Really reaching your arms overhead. Option to stay here or do a couple side stretches. On tiptoes or flat feet. Exhaling as you side stretch. Inhale, coming back to the center, fire goddess. And let's rise. And exhale and bend forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale forward. Softening your knees. Inhale, big arms, raising the sun. And exhale, hands come back to your heart. Now come back to the top of your mat. So you would be facing this way. I'm facing you, and come back to your mountain pose. Again, ring finger under your thumb to your palm. Surya Mudra, take a moment, catch your breath. Feel the fire beginning to warm up. We're going to come into half sun salutations and then full sun salutation A. So again, modifications I will point out as we go along. Coming to the top of your mat, hands come to your heart. Inhale, raising the sun. Half sun salutation, exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, hands to block, knees or thighs, flat back monkey. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, raising the sun, bringing your hands overhead. And exhale, hands come back to your heart. 2 more rounds, half sun salutations, warming up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Swan diving forward. Inhale, halfway up to monkey pose. Exhale, coming back to your forward bend. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands come to your heart. 1 more round, half sun salutations, inhaling overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway, monkey pose. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rising big arms here. And then exhale, hands come to your heart. We're going to add on, coming into full sun salutation A. I will give you the option to stay in downward facing dog versus taking your chaturanga. If that's where you are, then that's perfectly fine. So do what feels good to you. You can always come back and add on. If this is too easy for you, then maybe do them quicker and do more rounds. So let's come to the top of our mat. I'm going to come sideways, coming into mountain pose. Hands come to your heart, recentering. Inhale, raising the sun overhead. Exhale, swan dive forward. Again, you can have your block here. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, bending your knees, plant your hands, step back, down dog. Staying here, or as you inhale, coming forward to plank. Exhale, elbows brush your sides as you come down, chaturanga about halfway. Inhale, flip your toes, down dog. Exhale, flip your toes back. Or that was up dog, sorry. This is down dog. Inhale, look forward at your hands. Exhale, step or hop to forward bend. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, raising the sun, coming all the way up, mini back bend. As you exhale, hands come to your heart. Now again, you can stay in that downward facing dog. Adding the chaturanga, you can even just hold your plank. You can drop to your knees. So those are all options. We're going to go through 2 more times. Inhale, raising the sun. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway monkey. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step back, down dog. Staying here or inhaling, plank. You can come to your knees here. Exhale, come all the way down. If you're modifying, this can be cobra as you inhale, or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look forward at your hands. Exhale, step or jump, forward bend. Inhale, halfway, monkey. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rising. And exhale, coming back to center. 1 more round here. Inhale, raising the sun. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, planting hands, stepping back, down dog. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Coming over your toes, exhale. Down dog, let's stay in down dog for a couple breaths. Hopefully you feel that fire starting to build more. Catching your breath. Directing it to your solar plexus. Inhale, look at your hands, and then exhale. Step forward, forward bend. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Raising the sun, pressing through the bottoms of your feet, coming all the way up. as you exhale, coming back to mountain pose. But taking a moment here, we'll come into our first flow, and this will be simply a crescent lunge, adding on an optional twist. So I'm going to turn sideways. Let's start with stepping our right foot back. You'll be up on your toe. Front knee will be bending. But first take a check and make sure your hips are pointed towards the front of your mat and you're not leaning either way. So crescent lunge, let's inhale and send our arms overhead. Exhale, just bending into your front leg. There's a slight back bend here. Arms can be by your ears, can be goalpost. You can even bring them behind you. Grasping behind your back, opening up. Pressing through your back heel. Let's bring our arms overhead. Inhale. Option to open to a twist as you exhale. Going the same way as your bent leg, reaching opposite directions, balancing, really starting to feel that fire igniting in our core. Inhale, coming back to your crescent lunge. Bring your hands together as you exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, forward bend. And you can skip this part, just staying in mountain. Inhale the monkey. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rising all the way up. And exhaling, hands to heart. You can skip the half sun salutation. You can keep that. You could actually quickly go through a sun A if you want to ramp it up a little bit. So let's do the other side for crescent lunge. Stepping left foot back. Setting hips up evenly. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, crescent lunge. Again, going through your arm. Options, goal post. Grasping behind, looking up. Overhead. You can play with that a little bit. Find out what is right for you today. Pressing through your back foot. Coming back to arms overhead. Let's take the twist, if that is in your practice. Exhale and open up. Really reaching arms, separate directions. Looking over the back hand if that feels good for you. And continuing to breathe. Inhale, coming back to the center. Oh, and if you fall out, just come back in. Hands come to heart. Exhale. Step to the top. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale. Forward bend. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rising. Coming back up. And exhale, hands to heart. Next series, I'm going to show one time slow, and then twice will be one breath, one movement in classic vinyasa fashion. If you do not like that, or you want to stay in one of the poses, feel free to do that. You want to take the entire time slow flowing. You can build fire easily just by holding the poses. You don't need to be moving constantly. So take what feels good for you. Let's take a moment here. Come back to Surya Mudra. Check in with our bodies, rolling our shoulders a little bit. Finding our breath. The next series will be Warrior 1, 2, reverse. 1, Warrior 1, Warrior 2, reverse warrior, humble warrior, back to Warrior 1. So I'm going to turn sideways. Just as we did with the crescent lunge, let's start by bringing our right foot back, except we will plant that on the mat, 45 degrees out, facing the side this way, leveling our hips up. Setting up for Warrior 1, big arms, inhale overhead. Exhale, just bending your front knee, Trying not to open up too far to the right side, rotating and pressing through that left hip. Looking up if that is where you'd like to be. Inhale and reach arms overhead. Let's go to warrior two. As you exhale, turn. My back will be towards you, but just open to a T. Continuing that bend in the front leg. Warrior two, looking strong over your front arms. Maybe bending a little bit further into your lunge. Next, we will come into extended side angle. So inhale your back arm up. Front elbow comes to thigh, reaching overhead. Looking up under your front arm can be straight up or over your ear, really opening here to the side body. Inhale, come back to warrior two. Grabbing hands behind you. Inhale, open your heart to the front. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, back to warrior one. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Half sun salutation or remain in mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way back up to the top. And exhale. Hands come back to heart. Let's do the other side, and then we'll move into doing those a little bit quicker, or again, pick one of the poses that you like and just work on that. So coming back with your left foot, this time I'll be facing you. I didn't plan that very well, but I think hopefully you get the idea. Hips facing front, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bending your front knee, coming into warrior one. Continuing your breath. Inhale and reach up. As you exhale, turn and open, warrior two, looking strong over your front arm. Inhale, back arm comes up, front one elbow comes onto front thigh, extended side angle. And if you have your block here, I should have said that before, you can come down onto your block here, progressing the practice. Grabbing arms behind as you come up. Turn to the front, your chest to the front. Exhale, humble warrior. Hands are grasped behind your back. Still bending through your front knee. Inhale, rising back to warrior one. Then exhale, step to the top. Optional half sun. Inhale, exhale, coming down, forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising, raising the sun. And exhale. Hands come back to your heart. We'll come back and do that again. One breath, one movement. And again, if you'd like to stay with one of the poses, or you can stay with the slow flow, we're going to do 2 rounds. So coming back to mountain pose. Take a nice deep inhale here, standing up nice and tall. As you exhale, stepping your right foot back, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend into your front knee, warrior one. Inhale, turn and twist. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, raising back arm, dropping front elbow. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, coming back to the center, grasping behind you. And exhale, Humble warrior. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, step to the top. Inhale, arms overhead. Optional half sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And exhale. Coming back to mountain and stepping left foot back. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, coming into your warrior one. Inhale, turn and twist. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, back arm goes up, front elbow comes to front thigh. Exhale, extended angle. Inhale, grabbing arms behind you, coming back to neutral. Then rotating to the front as you exhale into humble warrior. Inhale, rising arms overhead, come to warrior two or warrior one. Exhale, hands come together. You step to the top. Optional half sun. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising, coming all the way up, raising the sun. Exhale, hands come to heart. One more round. Stepping right foot back. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, warrior one. Inhale, turn and twist. Exhale, arms open to warrior two. Raising back arm, exhale to front thigh, extended angle. Inhale, come up to neutral. Grasp the arms behind you as you exhale, forward to humble warrior. Inhale, back to warrior one. Exhale, hands together, step to the top. Inhale. Exhale, half sun salutation. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Stepping left foot back, last round. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale into warrior one. Inhale, turn and open. Arms to a T as you exhale to warrior two. Inhale, back arm comes up, front one to your front thigh. Exhale, extended angle. Inhale, come back to neutral. Grasp your hands behind you as you exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, scooping up, warrior one. Exhale, hands together, step to the top. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, let's hold in our forward fold here. Until it's springtime, I'm a little bit froggy. Inhale, scooping your arms up. Raising the sun, and exhale, hands to heart. So hopefully you are warmed up. Again, this is a nice series to play with. You can do those on a slow flow level, holding and building that fire in your middle, and all throughout your body, really. Or moving faster, and you can even do more rounds if you'd like to really get a good workout in. So let's come back to the top of our mats. Our last standing series is going to be triangle, reverse triangle, extended side angle, which we just did, and warrior two. So this time, instead of our hips being forward, our hips are going to be open in triangle pose. Keeping your block by you if you'd like to use that in triangle. Stepping. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see me. Your right foot back, again, 45-degree angle. Your block, if you're going to use it, by your front foot. Inhale your arms to a T, and you're going to reach laterally until you exhale, coming into triangle. So be careful of that front knee, and reaching, feeling like you're between two panes of glass here, trying to really rotate, not being down here. Again, your block can be on any level. Really feeling that opening through the side body. Micro bend your knees. We're going to cartwheel back coming into reverse triangle. So straightening your front leg. Both legs are straight. And opening your chest back to neutral here as you look up. Back arm drops down onto your back leg. Coming into extended angle, bring both arms overhead, bending into your front leg, again coming in. If you'd like to come a little bit deeper this time, if you have your block still there, working laterally still, and shining our light. Inhale, coming to warrior two. Hands come to your heart as you exhale and step forward. Inhale, half sun salutation. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Big arms, inhaling, coming back up. As you raise the sun, exhale. Hands come to heart. We'll do the other side, and then we'll do the one breath, one movement. So stepping back on your left foot. Coming open to the side. Arms in warrior two, arms. Inhale, reach forward laterally. Again, if you want to use your block, bring it by your front foot, coming into triangle. Pressing equally through both feet, through the side of your back foot and into your ball mount of your front foot, and really reaching up here, trying to open your heart as much as you can. Soften your front knee. Inhale, we're going to cartwheel to reverse triangle. And I'm almost losing my balance here. Standing strong. Exhale, bending your front knee, coming into extended side angle again. Good option for a block here. Inhale, bringing the front arm up with the back to warrior two. Bring your hands to your chest, to your heart. Inhale, step forward. Big arms here. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Again, option to stay in mountain. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, raising the sun. And exhale, hands come to your heart. So let's do that. I'm going to stay facing this way. Coming back into triangle, reverse triangle, extended side angle, and warrior two. One breath, one movement, or continue your slow flow, or pick one of the poses. It's a great time to work on one of them while we're flowing along. If you want to stay in triangle, or your reverse triangle, your extended side angle, or your warrior two. You can change it up to each time you do this video. So hands are at heart. Step back right foot at a 45-degree angle. Open your hips to the side. Inhale, arms to a T and reach. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, coming back to the center, cartwheel, reverse triangle. Inhale, raising back arm, bending front knee, come forward. Extended side angle. Inhale, arms to a T, warrior two. Hands come to your heart as you exhale. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale, big arms, raise the sun overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale with big arms, raise the sun. Exhale, hands come back to heart. As you step back with your left foot, open yourself to the side of your mat. Inhale your arms into a T and reach. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, cartwheel your arms. Reverse triangle, looking up. Exhale, bending front knee. Come forward, extended angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands to heart, step forward. Inhale, raise the sun. Then you exhale and come down into your forward bend. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, forward bend. Raising the sun, come up again. Inhale. Then exhale, hands to heart. Stepping back on your left. Oh, actually, we just did that. So on your right, one last round. Inhale your arms to a T and reach forward. As you exhale, tip down, triangle pose. Inhale, cartwheel your arms. Reverse. Inhale, extended side angle. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Take an exhale. Hands come to heart. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, rising, raise the sun. Exhale, hands come back to heart. And one last round of this. Coming back on your left. Inhale your arms to a T and reach forward. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, come through. Extended angle. Side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands to heart. Step forward. Inhale, big arms last time. Exhale and bend forward. Staying here for a moment in your forward bend. We're going to work our way to the floor. Bend your knees and plant your hands. Come into down dog. And staying here for a couple rounds of breath before we all meet in child's pose. So when you're ready, just coming down onto your knees, you can grab your block and have your forehead on your block as you sit back onto your heels and take a well-deserved child's pose. When you're ready, just coming back around, sitting on your knees. One last bit of work here, tabletop, cow cat with a little bit of a core move here. And then we'll come into gate and modified side plank. So coming into tabletop, knees under shoulder or knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Let's move your cat and cow. Inhale into cow, spreading our chest open, dropping our belly button towards the floor, and exhale to cat, rounding your spine. Starting to find our breath here, starting to cool down a little bit. Exhaling to cat. Inhale, coming back to cow. And exhale to cat. Going back to neutral spine, we're going to add in a little bit of an option here. Now, if this is not for you, then just stay here, work on your cat and cow, or you can work on spinal balance. So all we're going to do here is press into our hands, and we're going to curl our toes, we're going to lift our knees. Doesn't sound like a lot, but definitely going to work those abs. So inhale and lift your knees. Continue your breath. Keeping your hips level. And then when you're ready, either coming back down or pressing back to down dog. Lifting your hips up. Inhale, come back to your hover, or just come back to hands and knees. Again, you can be working on your spinal balance or your tabletop cat-cow. or just stay in this hover. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, coming one more time into the knee hover, we'll call it. Building our fire. And then exhale, down dog. Coming down onto our knees and coming facing the side of our mat. So we just have a couple moments left of practice. We're going to do a gate pose side stretch with an optional side plank. So side plank is optional and something you can take the option modification and then keep working up to. So bringing your right leg out, your foot can be stretched out parallel to your mat or perpendicular, pressing through your whole foot. Inhale your arms up. Actually, we should do arms open, raising that sun. Exhale into gate pose, also called candlestick. Coming laterally here. As you inhale, bring both arms overhead. This is a good place for our block. Exhale and come counter side. Now you can stay here, or if you'd like to bring your top leg in front, kind of with a bent knee, slide your bottom one out, modified side plank, or coming further, straightening that front leg into full side plank. And then gently coming out of it, coming back onto your knees, facing the side of your mat. We'll take a moment here before we go on to the other side. So bringing left foot out. Again, do the same foot position you did on the other side, whether it's parallel to your mat, the side of your mat, or perpendicular. Inhale, big arms overhead. Exhale, side stretch over your straight leg. So going to your left. You can grab that up or upper arm if you'd like. And coming back to the center, again, good place for your block. As you exhale, coming out to the side into modified side plank. Taking this further, bending your front or your top leg, planting it in front of you, sliding out your back. If you're going to come into full side plank, most likely getting rid of your block and coming in. You can stack your feet or bring your top one in front of you for a little extra balance. And then when you're ready, just gracefully coming back and sitting on your knees. Catching your breath. Coming back to Surya Mudra. And once you're ready, just coming back down into staff pose. Shake your legs out. We worked very hard today. Let's inhale our arms overhead and take a forward bend. Exhale. Just coming gently forward. Your knees or your hands can be on your shins, your thighs. And reaching for your block. inhale back to the center. Coming down onto your back, let's bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a hug, grabbing under your knees or behind your thighs. Roll back and forth. Bring your legs up. And if you need to kind of give them a little bit of help here, that's fine. Or take a moment, just a couple breaths in quick inversion. Simple legs up the wall modification. Now grabbing your left knee, pull that in towards your chest. Drop your right leg along the floor. Not grabbing onto your knee, grabbing underneath it or grabbing your thigh. And go ahead and switch. Extending both legs. Let's take a quick Shavasana here. Just taking a couple moments as we end our practice. Coming back to Surya Mudra, bringing your ring finger down into your palm, bringing your thumb over it, bringing your hands back to your belly, feeling your breath, your inner fire, fueled by today's practice. When you're ready, so you can stay here, continuing in silence and stillness, or reaching your hands over your head towards the floor. A nice fingertip to toe stretch. Then coming on to your right side before we come back up to seated position. Just simple cross-legged. Let's bring our hands up as we inhale, raising the sun. One last time, hold your hands overhead. And exhale, floating your hands down to your heart. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. I hope it's something that you come back to a few times and that makes you feel cleansed and purified and empowered with your own personal light. And have a great rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.